The following presentation is brought to you by Capital One Bank and the Bayou City Art Festival.
Ranked as one of the top fine art festivals in the nation.
The Bayou City Art Festival is rolling out the red carpet in 2012.
Houston's premier celebration of the arts and host to the best artists from around the globe.
We bring top quality artists to Houston twice a year. There's no other festival in the country that is doing that.
Art lovers, get ready. The Bayou City Art Festival preview starts right now.
ABC 13 presents the Capital One Bank Bayou City Art Festival. 41 years of art, fun, and fundraising.
Twice a year, the city of Houston is transformed into an outdoor art gallery, attracting crowds of more than 60,000 art lovers of all ages.
The Memorial Park Festival is really unique because it's nested in an umbrella of trees, so there's this beautiful ambiance of being in a forest, and all the booths are lined up along the path.
You just stroll around the paths, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful environment to be out there during the spring.
The Downtown Festival centers around City Hall, and it's more urban, and it's more in the downtown concrete jungle kind of thing.
You're on the streets of downtown Houston in the fourth largest city of America. You know, you're surrounded by giant buildings. This is a really great way to showcase our city and really see the amazing art that this festival brings.
If you think the Bayou City Art Festival is just for art collectors, well, think again.
This is the creative zone where you can bring your pint-sized Picasso for a hands-on experience.
We're hosting the Creative Kids Zone, which is a really great event this year. We expect to have 7,000 to 8,000 children come in. They're going to have the opportunity to do some awesome things, from finger painting to mosaics. It's pretty neat stuff, and I think everybody's going to really enjoy the Creative Kids Zone this year.
How much fun did you have today?
So much fun.
The Houston Arts Alliance stage is a passport to the world.
We have everything from opera to mariachis, you name it. It's really just, it's 2 days of constant entertainment.
When it comes to the festival's food, there's a flavor to please every palate.
We are not sausage on a stick at either of our festivals. We really have great food out there. You can pick between just a great burger, Mexican food, Asian foods. It's a fantasy world over there in the food court.
And if the fun-filled festival isn't enough, signature events like Memorial Park's Sunday in the Art and downtown's annual Art Heist only add to the weekend celebration.
We're celebrating art all over Houston with our special events. We have performers who are there.
106.
We have selected art that people can win. It's just a great weekend in the fall and in the spring for art in Houston.
With so many sights and sounds to experience and so little time, I recruited the help of two of Houston's biggest art enthusiasts. Meet Elsie. She's an Art Colonista member.
Are you Elsie?
And has a home full of masterpieces she purchased from the past 8 Bayou City Art Festivals.
I heard you are an ultimate art festival shopper.
I am. I think I have a PhD in it.
And then there's Fletcher. He served on the 2010 Memorial Park jury panel, and he has more than 25 festivals under his belt.
But we're not going to let a few raindrops keep us away from the
festival.
festival.
Of course we're not. No,
right?
of course not.
This festival goes on, rain or shine. Let's go. Well, you have a special technique that you use. What do we start with?
Rebecca, one of the most important things is to get the program so that we can map out our route.
I love that it's all divided, too, by painting acrylic and oil.
Wood, I love wood. I like to do the fast walk.
Fast walk? I didn't know I was going to get a cardio workout. Why?
It's going to come because you need to have an overview of what all the wonderful objects are in all these booths. So we'll just take a quick walk around everyone and kind of go fast so that we have a chance to see what's available.
And then are we going to go back and kind of stop in at places?
And then we get down to the serious part of buying.
Okay, all right. This isn't serious yet. Breaking a sweat here. What are you looking for today?
Well, I'm looking for something that will fit the ends of my cabinets in my kitchen.
Like a sculpture?
It could be a sculpture, it could be a painting, it could be a photograph, it could be functional art, anything that's pretty narrow but long.
Oh, so you came with a plan.
I always come with a plan, and I have little ideas in the back of my head to see if I find just the perfect item that'll fit that spot.
As for Fletcher,
walk slowly and look at everything.
let's just say he has a different approach to the art of shopping.
No, I never come with a list. My goal is to find something that really speaks to me. It's got to be important to me. It's got to be something that's going to endure. I walk fairly slow. It's a stroll. I love to walk and just see things. I like to look at the people. I want to get a feel for the whole festival. I want to see everything.
Fletch, I have a feeling we're going to be here all day.
Well, you will be.
Is anything speaking to you, Fletch?
I think this is some wonderful photography. Very simple, straight lines. This speaks to me. I like this. Maybe we ought to have that beer now.
I know. You ready for a beer already? How does that sound?
These would make great presents.
Our two ultimate festival goers may have different tastes and techniques, but at the end of the day, both Elsie and Fletch agree. Meeting each artist firsthand is what makes this festival unique.
It's much more meaningful because most of the time if you go to a gallery, you're just looking at a piece of artwork on a wall or something that's being displayed in a store. But when you come here, you absolutely have the opportunity to talk to each artist and to find out more about the history of their works.
Nice to meet you. And where are you from, Paul?
Charleston, South Carolina.
Artists are passionate about what they're doing and are very passionate about the relationships that they develop. What a great way to end the day with the art of beer.
Art of beer. Cheers. Cheers. Only one artist is chosen to give the festival its signature look. We met up with the Spring 2012 featured artist, Tanya Duskova.
I can describe my art with two words, magical realism.
Before Bulgarian-born Tanya Duskova became an international award-winning artist, she began her career in the computer animation industry.
But what can I do?
Creating special effects for blockbuster films like Babe, Pig in the City.
I'm a figurative artist. I do figurative compositions, and I depict sometimes the people like animals, and the other way around, the animals like people. The latest technique that I'm using is digital painting. The way the digital painter thinks is the same way the traditional painter thinks. It's just a different tool. You mix the paints on the screen, like virtual paintings. The only thing you're missing is the smell and the mess. But my husband and I got the news that I'm going to be the featured artist last autumn, and it was incredible. That's absolute the best thing you can happen. Better than any award, because it puts you out there. I mean, your image is on everything. My piece is dedicated to Picasso, because as a young artist, he was absolutely fascinated with the bullfights. He's grabbing the bull by the horns, basically. It's a very hopeful image to grab the bull by the horns, and it's one of my more hopeful images.
The featured artist is incredibly important to each festival. We take a great time in not only looking at the artwork itself that is produced by the artist, how it looks in print, how colorful it is, and to also pick someone fresh each time, someone different that highlights a different form of art.
I'm Charlie Hardwick. People know me as Uncle Charlie. I have 4 older brothers, much older, and I became an uncle when I was 9, and that was really kind of a running joke in the family. It stuck as a nickname in the mid-'80s when I was in high school and had a band with my friends. And we all had nicknames, you know how kids do, you know, and so mine just became Uncle Charlie. In '92, graduated from art school, and right away got a job at a local design company doing food package design. Some of the projects I worked on were mission tortilla packaging, the tortillas and the chips, the salsa, imperial sugar, and then another package that I worked on, the high C packaging. I was the guy that came up with the fruit wave on the package. While I was working as a package designer, I was freelanced on the side doing the poster art. When I had the band in high school, and I was doing the flyers for my band, and I would do flyers for other bands too. And then I would start doing flyers for the venues. It just kind of blossomed from there. One thing led to another, and I got in touch with the people at Pace Concerts. Some of the bands that I've done posters for: The Who, The Cult, B.B. King, Andrew Bird, U2, The Cure. I didn't even think it would grow into a career. Color, color, there's not enough of it in other work that I see around me. The inspiration is really drawn from many different sources. When I put something together in my head, it's because I have seen something somewhere at some point of the day or the week or the month or the year, and then I translate that to what I do on the computer. But the thing is that when I see something, you know, I see things differently. I was sitting at my desk, and all of a sudden I got like this TV static that just enveloped my vision. I kind of sat back up in my chair, and I couldn't see a thing. I was like, well, I'm gonna go call the doctor. Well, I couldn't even see the phone. I couldn't even read the numbers on the phone. And I was going, oh, this is terrible. I was like, oh my God, what is going on? I was going to several different doctors, at which point my vision kept getting worse and worse and worse. He was looking at my eyes, and he stepped back and he turned the light on, and he said, is anybody here with you today? And I said, yeah, my wife is here. He brings my wife back in and has her sit down. And he looks straight at her and he says, your husband is legally blind. I really was kind of numb. I was thinking career change. I thought, I'm gonna have to do something else. I don't know what I can do. There's actually a disorder called Lieber's optical neuropathy, and that's close to what I have, where the blind spots are kind of all over your vision. It's a lot like if you're driving into the sun in the morning and somebody threw a bunch of mud on your windshield, okay? And then you've got just little areas that you can see through, you know, but then in those areas that you can see through, your acuity is only correctable to 20/110 or something like that. So it's, you know, it's bad. It's weird, you can't recognize people. I mean, I couldn't, my wife, my kids, and you know, I actually thought about that. You can read kids' faces, you know, or anybody's faces. You can kind of really tell. That's a big part of, you know, communicating with somebody, is seeing what's going on with their face. You know, the thing about having the bad days is that I used to have a good vision, so I remember what it was like to, you know, not walk into a fire hydrant or not walk into a door, or to drive. I used to be able to drive. I used to love driving. But you know, we've taken these challenges and we've really done the best that we can do to make it work for us. Fortunately, I've found a handicap provisions that are on Macintosh computers that allow me to see the computer screen better. I make colors by doing the math of the screen tint combination. I don't see subtle changes in color, so I don't use subtle changes of color. So it's like I'm pedal to the metal, full on, you know, red, yellows, blues, purples, you know, greens. When I got the news that I was going to be the featured artist for 2012 for the October Bayou City Arts Festival, my first thought was, you know, are you sure you got the right guy? Did you call the right number? No, but you know, it's a huge honor, and I'm totally thrilled. When people come in to my booth, what I'd like for them to feel is really just happy, you know, because you know I've had a rough time over the last several years, and I think this is a way for me to kind of express a level of happiness.
So how do artists like Charlie get selected for the festival? Well, 5 months before the festival premieres, a panel of Houston's most prominent art professionals get together right here at the Museum of Fine Arts. The mission? To vote on the work of more than 1,300 artists who apply. Only 300 will make it in.
Recycled wood, stone and metal handwork.
I look for art that stands out. I'm specifically looking for work that is exceptional. By exceptional, both ends. I'm also looking to weed out work that I don't think fits. It shouldn't be in the show. It's not high enough quality.
It's a very serious job to be here today and to look at all this and view all this artwork. Because these people that are applying are festival artists, and that's all they do is they count on getting into a festival and selling their work in order to make a living.
Bayou City Art Festival is the first show that I ever did. I sold one piece at that first show and I got a $13,000 commission, and that essentially started me professionally as an artist 11 years ago now. I mean, people's livelihoods are at stake here, and whether or not they get in this show can affect their entire year. So it is very important. It's not something taken lightly at all.
Good morning. Enjoy the festival.
There you go.
Okay, $100. Have a great day.
When you purchase your little ticket and you come through the gates at Bayou City Arts Festival, you have to know that that money is going to these arts organizations and to our nonprofit partners.
We're able to contribute $57,000 this festival to local partners.
Over the past 41 years, the Art Colony Association has raised more than $2.6 million for local arts, parks, and service organizations throughout the greater Houston area.
The partnership works really well. Capital One Bank is such a great company that truly believes in giving back. We're definitely on the ground, involved in the community.
Opera in the Heights, Spark.
These light towers, there's 7 different towers, and each tower represents a facet of Houston.
And the Buffalo Bayou Partnership are just 3 of 20 nonprofit partners benefiting from festival fundraising in 2012.
It's a great community partnership because it benefits both groups very much. We have a large base of volunteers, and so we work with the art festival and we bring our volunteers. We have a mobile clinic that goes out to low-income areas and where you see the most strays, dogs and cats. So we take our mobile clinic out there and do free surgery. So the money that the volunteers make today will go to help provide those surgeries.
I'm also a nonprofit partner with MOCA, the Museum of Cultural Arts Houston, and what we do is we go into underserved communities and schools and we bring arts. We've got over 120 public art projects in and around Houston. And so helping all us nonprofits at the end of the day is what the festival does. I keep coming back every year.
What's really important to us is not only what the artists are doing, but the fact that they're supporting other charities as well, and we certainly want to be a part of that effort.
One of my favorite events at the festival is when the Art Colony Association recognizes young, emerging artists, the next generation to express their creativity.
I'm taking wood from the trees that have died during the drought over the summer and making them into a fort structure to protect the new trees that are going to be planted in Memorial Park.
This is supposed to be some sort of jumping fish. I didn't want to be too specific because when I see art, I think of it as a way to see something in a different way.
Only 10 high school students are chosen to display their masterpieces at the festival each year.
Imagine if you're there and you're a kid, you've maybe just gone to art classes, and suddenly you've got 20,000 people that could see your art. That's That's pretty cool.
I think it provides them with a chance to see what it's like to really be a professional artist. The process for the whole Emerging Artist Program takes the students through what it's like to actually apply for a grant, and then the work that's involved to actually bring their projects to fruition.
It's a very unique opportunity, and it fits perfectly in my class because the new experiences class is for experimental work, installation, performance, or anything that's kind of outside the regular boundaries like painting or sculpture.
I actually did Bayou City last year and it felt amazing. It was one of the best experiences of my life. It was great to have a lot of people see my work, and I'm really excited to do it again this year.
Brought to you by Capital One Bank and the Bayou City Art Festival.
It takes the help of thousands of volunteers to host the city's largest fine art festival twice a year.
Bayou City Arts Festival takes 1,200 volunteers to pull this off, and it starts right here at ticket taking. Do you not love these lines of people? I get thrilled just watching them and thinking about the experience that they're going to have. What they don't know is the number of volunteers that were here prior to even this opening day, who were here to help set these booths up. They checked people in. They were here at the late hours last night, making sure that in the dark, the right people got to the right places. When the volunteers come in, we send them on their way, give them their assignments, and hopefully everybody has a great festival as a result.
You know, we really can't have a festival without volunteers. It's impossible. Volunteers really are the heart of the festival because it really brings a community together.
The Bayou City Art Festivals are the best thing happening in Houston. Houston should be so proud of having such a wonderful event, two events, that are recognized nationally for their city. It's nice to say we're known for art and to create something that everyone in Houston can enjoy.
You can experience 3 days of fine art and fun at the Bayou City Art Festival Memorial Park starting Friday, March 23rd through Sunday, March 25th. Visit BayouCityArtFestival.com for more. I'm Rebecca Spira, and I'll see you at the park.